everybody, Gisele Grenier here. And this video I'm going to be creating a rock painting to looks like a starry night. Now there's only one more rock painting video after this and then my series is done. So I've got my notes here. I also, actually I think there might be two more after this, I'm not sure. But yeah, so this is going to be the starry night, so I'm going to check that one off. And what I'm going to be doing, I was going through my journal and I saw this is when I got these new DecoArt Galaxy glitter paints. And I saw this and went, oh, that looks like a, like a sky. And then I was experimenting with finishes, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So I thought I'm going to do a starry night rock. What would have been really cool with this is if it was the glow in the dark paint, but the glow in the dark paint and glitter, I have no idea what that's going to be, how that's going to work. So I'm just going to work with the original idea. So I'm going to show you the supplies I've got. I'm going to talk about the alternatives, and then at the end of the video, what I actually ended up using. So I've got two rocks here, and these were from Home Depot in a bag in the gardening center. You can go to any gardening center and pick them up. Try to get something that's relatively smooth. This one is a really oddball shape, which is why it would work out well for a starry night piece. I've got the DecoArt Galaxy glitter. This is heavily loaded glitter acrylic. Clear Ice Comet, Aurora Borealis Green, Aqua Meteor. Then I've got the DecoArt Americana Enchanted Ultra Black Base Coat Paint. I've got DecoArt Americana Multipurpose Sealer, DecoArt Chalky Gesso Black, DecoArt Chalky Gesso White, Americana Duraclear Soft Touch Varnish. This is the Soft Touch, and then the High Gloss. Then I've got the typical supplies, brushes, paper towels, baby wipe, and cosmetic sponge, and all that stuff. So first of all, let me talk about the prep for this, because this is where all this stuff comes in with some options. If you're using the DecoArt patio paint outdoors, if you have something like this, you can skip this part. Okay? Maybe. You can skip these two. You can skip the sealer and you can skip the DecoArt Chalky Gesso. I put the sealer on mine just to be safe, because I'm going to be using regular acrylic products. But if you're using the patio paint, this is outdoor paint, you're going to be good. But because I don't know how people are going to be handling the stones, I'm going to be sealing them. Now, for the Galaxy glitter to work out really well, especially for nighttime scene, you need a black base. You can use the DecoArt Chalky Gesso, the black, or you can use DecoArt Americana Enchanted Ultra Black Base Coat Paint. You could also use a regular black paint, like the carbon black works fine, ivory black, that type of stuff, just pure black paint. I honestly prefer this one here to base coat the stones because it's a flat finish. This I need to put multiple layers. This I can do it with one layer. So I'm going to show both. And the Chalky Gesso is I'm going to be using for my white, because I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one. It might be too thin. Might be too thick. I don't know. I'm going to test this out first to see which one I'm going to put on the actual stone. I don't want the individual constellations to be really, really heavy. So that's that. So I'll put all this stuff over here. Oh yeah, and the gloss. So if you're using a glitter, if you're using a matte finish, look what happens is that it really looks matte. But if you use a gloss finish, you have that. So this is the actual soft touch, and this is the actual high gloss. So you choose whatever you want for your finish. But I recommend, if you've never done this before, test it on paper first before choosing how to varnish it. Okay? So I'll put those aside. All right, to prep the stone. So with a bristle brush, warm soapy water, clean the brush, especially if you've got chips and stuff like that in there. And this is one coat of gesso. That's 2 coats of gesso. So what you want to do is you want to completely cover the stone so it's completely black. I'm going to be coating this one again. I had done this one with obviously the shiny acrylic, and I don't like that finish. I think it was probably the media fluid acrylic. So let's work with the Enchanted. Let's just see what finish we get. So I'm going to do one with the Chalky Gesso as well. I'll do this one with the Chalky. And I shook them like mad before starting. And that's this one here, it's not pure black. You probably can't see that, but that's not pure black. It's a, it looks like a charcoal. It's like a charcoal finish. I had too much water in that. So all I'm going to do is, and I'm not going to do this all on camera because it'll take forever, but just to, yeah, I really should have blotted that brush first. You want to put enough coats of paint until you get a complete coverage. Now I love using the cosmetic sponges for this because I can just do this. This works out so much better, but I can't get in there. And it gives it a soft finish. I can really push to get into the little holes that are there. And doing it this way, it dries so fast. So I can just do one part of the stone, make sure there aren't any ridges, come in with my heat gun, off, I do this off camera, but just basically like this. It's dry. Okay, then I can turn it over and repeat the process for the rest of the stone. So I'm just going to do this one, then I'm going to dry that one and show the same technique using the chalky gesso. Okay, make sure there aren't any ridges, because if you have ridges, you're gonna see it, and there's no way to get rid of it unless you actually sand it off. Boom, dry. Okay, so I'm gonna get another sponge and let's clean my palette knife here. And let's just wipe this one down. I'm going to be doing it all over again anyways. Okay, so cosmetic sponge. So just to show you the actual process. It's easier to show it on a lighter colored piece. But see how that was a paint ridge and now that's stuck there. But that's okay. So nothing else. Again, off camera, I wouldn't do this because right now I'm doing this over this, so which is not what I should be doing. But this is just for demonstration purposes. And depending on the shape of the stone, I can just do this part here, really fade that out to make sure it's nice and thin, and I can just dry this while holding it here, then flip it over and then do this side. It's really forgiving when using a little cosmetic sponge. There's a hole here. Okay. Done. Flip it over and do it again. If you don't have a heat gun, if you're in a cold environment like what I am right now, set a piece of like a piece of wood or Bristol board in front of the heat vent and just put your stones there to dry. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to go back to the other one and just repeat the process on the sides. So you're going to do this until you have complete coverage. So many lighter, even coats of paint is better than one thick, heavy coat. Done. All right, so I'm going to continue on with this, probably for a few more layers, and then we come back, we'll start creating our starry night sky. Alrighty, so I'm going to, this is the finish. That's the Ultra Black base coat. That's the DecoArt Chalky Gesso. I much prefer this finish. Okay, I'm not a fan, but we're going to be putting paint over the whole thing, so let's see the differences. So I'm going to do one rock with the Aurora Borealis green and the other rock with the Aqua Meteor. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the Clear Ice Comet, but because we're painting the entire rock, I have to do this over multiple layers, so I'll see what I'm going to do with this. And there's really nothing to this technique other than I'm only going to put out enough just for one layer, and you basically just paint. This is highly, highly, highly pigmented. Make sure I don't get the names wrong. And all we're going to do is pick it up and paint. That's it. Okay, just paint. And you see that there's a lot of glitter stuff in there. So when you're coming to the sides, you want to make sure, let's see if that'll work, that you don't have those ridges again. And I still have a lot of paint on there, so I'm going to pop that on there. And just be careful how you load it on, because you don't want to pick up something like that, because that's an awful lot of glitter. I'm going to brush it off on the paper towel now to get rid of the excess. And I'm just going to go underneath because I can't see. Just going to finish off that edge. And just take a look to make sure. Now I have to actually pick this up. I want to take a look to see. Have a bit of clumps of glitter there. I can actually move that around. Remove that around, move it around, and let the layer dry before you decide to put on more glitter. Okay, so I'm going to wipe out the excess on that. This one is really wobbly. Let's try there. By hand first. And if you lay your brush flat, it puts more glitter on. If you hold it up a bit of an angle where it's more the chisel edge of the brush, you can move it around a little bit. I don't want it to be so heavy with the glitter. I'm not a fan of glitter. So I want to make sure that's nice and even. I want this to be a Starry Night rock, not a glitter rock. So I'm just moving some, and I know it's hard to see. Just moving some of that around. So anywhere where it's a little heavy with the glitter, I'll just put my brush straight up, pull some off, and then move it to another part of the rock. Go. And I'm going to let that dry naturally. This was already starting to dry. You can see where it's starting to go matte. That's starting to dry. So it won't take long. So we come back. I'm going to try the one here, the Ice Comet, on the back side to see what it looks like. Okay, now I'm just putting some of the clear Ice Comet on this little one here, just to see the difference. So from what I gathered, so these are more white and less the color. So that's the Aqua Meteor. It's more blue. Then I added a layer of the Aqua Meteor on the back, and then some Ice Comet as well, just to get some different effects. That's actually quite pretty. And then, so I'll do the same thing here. So this is the Aurora Borealis. Now what's interesting is this one here, the finish isn't quite the same. I've done many pieces like this using the DecoArt Chalky Gesso, the black, and the finish is fine. This one here, it doesn't seem to be, I don't know, doesn't seem to be working out quite the same. So this one's starting to dry. So that's the Aurora Borealis, and then that's with the Ice Comet added in, and that's the Aqua Meteor with the Ice Comet added in onto the backside. So I'm going to let these dry again naturally, and I'm going to clean up, and then I'm going to think about a way to accent these stones to give it a little bit of personality. Okay, while the rock was drying, I was doing some testing on some kind of things to bring some personality to the piece. So I collaged some paper, see what it would look like. Then I collaged a piece of stamped tissue, and I'm kind of liking that. So what I did is I found in my dictionary paper, alien. So I pulled that out. And then what I did is I took the kitty cat stamps, my favorite kitty cat stamps, and stamped that on tissue, stamped 2 of them, and then went to the process of fussy cutting it like that. So I thought, well, what if I put him here, and he's like this, you don't see much of it. He'll really disappear. And I thought, okay, what if we did this? If we put this torn paper here and then put him on top, then he won't disappear as much. But I want the word alien to show, because the look on his face is just priceless. So I was thinking about doing one stone like that. And then the other stone, I was thinking of painting the silhouette of a cat. But it would have to be white, not black, because black won't show up on this. So I thought, okay, that's a possibility. I thought, no, let's do one just like starry nights, like just dots of a constellation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on my phone and I'm going to find a constellation to copy from, because I don't know what they are. I'll do that. So I'm going to, oh, and also what I did is without adding any varnish. So that's the Aurora Borealis. This is the white, the comet white, and then this is the aqua blue, aqua meteor. So I'm looking here, and the white, the clear ice comet, is just sparkly with a whole bunch of different colors. So I thought that was interesting. So that's hard on the eyes when you're filming. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside to dry. Where, I have no idea. So let's collage this while we're waiting. So let's see what side. I'm gonna pick this side. Let's see. That looks pretty good, but I want the word alien to show. Okay, so now I've got some DecoArt matte medium and a brush. Now, do I want to... Let me just tear that. That looks good. So put that on. So now the minute we put matte medium on this, we have to seal it. We have to seal it with varnish, because now this is no longer for outdoor use. And if somebody has sweaty hands, it's going to, well, I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm just going underneath, making sure that there are no air bubbles. It's a little harder to collage when you're going around something, especially with dictionary paper, because it's so thick. And I'm going to spread that around to make sure that the entire rock is covered with this matte medium. That way you're not going to have any hard edges where the finish change. But we are going to be varnishing, so it should be all right. What's going to be curious is if the actual finish of the glitter, if that's going to change. So let's put him right there. There we go. So we have him there. All right, so now I'm going to go on my phone, find a constellation to do this rock. All right, so I found that there's a constellation called Felis, which is based on for a cat. And it looks like, oopsie, it looks like that. So I did some looking and looking and looking. So that's it right there. So it's not really a good one for this, but I thought, why not? Let's just do that. So this will be just a plain stone, and then we've got this one here. That's actually kind of cute. All right, so let's get some... Actually, I'm going to use the chalky gesso for this because it won't flatten out. I just need a tiny little bit. All right, I'm going to get my pointy thing. So if I put, let's see, one there, one there, that's the star. Where are we? That's the star. Yeah, I'm not even close. Just slightly underneath. There's another star here. One down here. Okay, then I look up beside. Just going to... I don't know. I don't know. That was hard. That was hard. I got paint on my phone. That one was really... Oh my goodness. That one was hard. But yeah, it's interesting. That's the shape of it. This... How close am I? Oh, this is in reverse. So that, oh, this has to be bigger. Straight across. Another one here. Then up. Yep, right there. And then, oh, that doesn't belong. Then one here. And then one here. Oh. Okay, now what do I do with it? Because now it makes no sense because there's no cat on here. So, well, you know, I don't know. What if I can wipe that off? What if I can wipe that off? Oh my goodness. The experiments that I do. Oh, sugar. It's stuck. It's stuck. Oh, look at these little holes. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's neat. I think I'm going to leave that on there. That is cool. But what's going to be interesting now is what that's going to look like because the white paint has created a fog. Oh, like a nebula. You know what? Let's leave that the way it is. Okay. This is ready to varnish, and that will be ready to varnish in a second. Let me just quickly dry that. That is neato. Look at that. That's an alien. That's an alien. Okay, so let me wipe that. Okay, not my most successful experiment, but you know what? Whatever. So I'm actually going to use the high gloss varnish for this one. I'm going to use the high gloss on one and the soft touch on the other. And I think the soft touch, I think that's going to be too flat. I really do. Which one should be which? Which one should be which? Should we do the high gloss on the kitty cat or the high gloss on... Well, actually, let's do this one first. Let's do this one first. So clean brush, and you're going to put a thin coat of varnish. Now, if you know that the piece is going to be indoor use only, then all you have to do, like even if you're selling them, just put a little paper, indoor use only, not for outdoor use. Use any varnish. So you can even do triple thick and just pour it on. That would work nice. Just make sure you don't have any ridges of varnish. Because once, if it dries like that, then you're stuck. Okay, that's that one. So I'm going to go directly right into this one here. And not even painting the collage, because the purpose is to give you guys some ideas. I wish what I should have done, honestly, I should have stamped paper on tissue and then put the kitty cat on top. But I think it might have been just too transparent if I would have done that. I was thinking about painting the cat as a silhouette, but it wouldn't make any sense. Wouldn't make any sense, a silhouette of a cat that's white, because the silhouette is black. All right, let's just go in here. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to flip them over, varnish the other side, let that dry, and then do the sides, and then we'll see what they look like. Okay, so I'm not liking the soft touch varnish on this, so just to show you the difference, that really stands out with the high gloss. So I did the back, look at the difference. So you can see the line right there. It's too much of a matte finish. So now I have to see, can I recover this? Can I recover this? We'll have to see. So now that it's sealed, I mean, you can put collage on it for a quote, whatever you want. I want to make this one as simple as possible. More of a cute thing. I just want to do something different. Yeah, I'm going to call this one Alien Cat. Yeah, Alien Cat. Now, some of you may not be into rock painting, and that's fine. Just, you can still use the same concept on an art journal page or on a little tiny little canvas. You don't have to paint them on rocks. The substrate, the actual thing, is just a thing. So there we go. All right, so I'm going to put these over here to dry, and then I'm going to go over exactly what I ended up using. All right, so sealing the rocks, Decor Americana multi-purpose sealer. Okay, and then I did a test on 2 rocks. So the Decor Chalky Gesso on 1 rock, the Decor Americana Enchanted Ultra Black Base Coat on the other rock. So prefer the finish of this one. Prefer the color of this one. Now, if we can just get them together, that would be better. Yeah, so this one seemed to have, like, it was blacker. It was like really, really deep. But I so much prefer the finish of the Chalky Gesso. All right, so now I did use a Decor Chalky Gesso, the white, to create that constellation that wiped it off. So I don't know if I would have got the same effect with this. So I'm going to say, yeah, I used that. I had it in a smaller bottle. Now for the other stuff, so I'm going to take this one out because although I did use it, it's not what I would have, because I just basically covered it with the high gloss. So that didn't quite work. So anything with the glitter, I think you really have to stick with the high gloss. So I used the Decor Medium Matte Medium for the collage. The Americana Duraclear High Gloss Polyurethane Varnish to finish it all. The Decor Galaxy Glitter, Aurora Borealis Green, Aqua Meteor, Clear Ice Comet. And did I use this? Oh, I was going to use that to try painting. Did I do it? I didn't do that experiment. To paint a cat, but no, didn't use that. So never mind that. I used rubbing alcohol to clean my table. And StazOn pad to stamp this little kitty cat onto tissue paper. Like that. And then some dictionary paper with the word alien. So that's what I ended up using. And let's get a closer look at this. And this one. There we go. So I'm going to wait for that to dry, come back with a white background paper so you can see the contrast, and we'll close this up. That's the problem when you have high gloss varnish. Look, the glare. So it did turn out okay putting the high gloss varnish on top, so he's not all flat again. Okay, so that turned out really cute. This one's really interesting with these. I kind of like that, but if you don't like that, I can always turn it over like this. So this is a very, very simple stone, but this holds in my hand absolutely beautifully. So holding it like this, like if I was going to keep this for myself, holding it here, I could put a quote here, so I could look at it when trying to reduce my stress. This one here, I love this. I know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to give this one to probably to Mykola, a little boy who lives down a few houses. He loves stuff like this. So, but anyways, yeah, so the high gloss varnish. Now what I think I might do, what I would love to have done, is to see what it would look like using triple thick and just pouring the triple thick on top and see what it looks like. But then it wouldn't be for outdoor use. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so let me know what you think. If this is something, let's see if I can put that, this will give it a bit of an angle just so you can, without the glare. Sorry. Oh, and then you got the glare there. So let me know what you think. If this is something you might do on a rock. If not, like what about on regular paper? Just the idea of using glitter. If you don't have the Galaxy glitter, you can try with black paint. And then mixing glitter with, let's say, a clear gel. Ooh. That would be a neat experiment because you know what I have? Oh, I have. It's not the same stuff, but I've got Glamour Dust, which is ultra fine. But I have these as well. Whoa. I have those. Jeez. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to spill it. So that might be something to try. But anyways, so let me know what you think. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you do create something, if this video inspired you to create something, share it on social and post the link to that in the comments below. Or you can go to artplace.ca, click contact, and send it to me there privately. All right? So until I see you in the next video, woo, stay inspired.